Government seeks rare earth mining. New MP pushes for transparency. And third FPSO arrives in Guyana. I'm Enrico Beaufort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see news happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The government is seeking investors to explore for lithium and other rare earth minerals, as these minerals can be used in renewable energy production. The Minister of Natural Resources described lithium as possibly the next gold, and noted that critical minerals have tremendous potential to help develop Guyana's energy capabilities. However, an updated mineral inventory is needed in Guyana to determine the availability of these minerals. According to the ministry, companies have expressed interest in partnering with the state to make this a reality. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa said he's optimistic that the ban on the nation's catfish species in the U.S. market will be lifted soon as the Fisheries Act is amended. The ban was imposed in November 2017 due to the previous government's failure to meet U.S. standards in 3 areas. The government has started a review of the Fisheries Act to ensure that the requirements are met, and engagements between stakeholders have led to the upgrade of several fisheries management plans focused on implementing illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing to ensure the sector is productive and maintains fish stock in a healthy manner. The East Bank and the east coast of Demerara will soon be merged into one city through the construction of multiple road networks and highways. The road network will increase access between the 2 districts, and significant investments are being made in advancing the road network. Works are currently advancing on the highly anticipated 4-lane road that will link the East Coast Demerara corridor at Ogle directly to the East Bank Demerara corridor at Eccles. The project is being redesigned into 2 phases to fit the $50 million line of credit. The government is expected to undertake the extension from Diamond all the way to Tamiri, where the nation's port of entry, the Chedijagan International Airport, is located. Over in Berbice, over $10 billion in investment is being injected into Region 6 economy through several projects at Palmyra, with most of it coming from the private sector. However, the developmental works will result in an increased cost of labor, as the demand for labor will increase due to the projects. The projects include a stadium, a call center, a business center for persons with disabilities, and a private hospital. While the projects will provide jobs for residents, there is concern that the rising cost of labor may negatively impact other businesses in the region. However, it should also be noted that business owners in Berbice have been complaining for years of a shortage of labor, so this is certainly going to worsen things. So good for the laborers, but I guess bad for the business people. Last night, the home of a 28-year-old sales assistant in Adelphi village, East Kanji, Berbice, was destroyed by fire, which is being treated as arson. The homeowner, Andre Phillips, explained that he had had an argument with his ex-partner the night before, which allegedly resulted in her vandalizing the home and then biting him, and as a result he decided to file a police report at the Central Police Station. But according to reports, his house was set alight before he returned home, and the woman was seen running away from the scene shortly thereafter, allegedly. The police have since arrested Phillips's ex-partner. It's April. Keep your truck running smoothly this rainy season with high-quality parts from Powered Automotive. They stock parts from all the top brands, including Freightliner, DAF, International, and all models of Cummins engines. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles, or call or WhatsApp them on telephone number 697-0171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today. Dr. Asha Kitsoon, a member of the New Movement Party, aims to push for constitutional reform and transparency in public office during her time in the National Assembly. Kitsoon replaces Lennox Schumann of the Liberty and Justice Party and is part of the joinder list made up of a New and United Guyana, TNM, and LJP. The parties agreed to have the votes counted collectively to improve their chances of securing seats in the National Assembly. Convicted drug trafficker Barry Dataram, a Guyanese man with U.S. citizenship, remains in custody in the United States on drug trafficking charges dating back to over a decade ago. He was arrested in January and is cooperating with U.S. prosecutors in hopes of striking a plea deal. Dataram was previously the suspect of an extradition request from the U.S., but it was blocked after several moves to the High Court in Guyana. He was later convicted of drug trafficking in Guyana and served a 5-year sentence. After his release, he traveled to the U.S. on his U.S. passport and was promptly arrested upon return. Now for today's oil update. The outdated 1986 Petroleum Act, which governs Guyana's oil and gas sector, will soon be replaced by a new draft law that addresses identified issues and strengthens several areas, according to JAGDIO. JAGDIO also stated that the draft bill will be made available for public consultations soon, although he did not provide a projected completion date. The government hopes to award contracts for 14 new oil blocks by the end of May, with the aim of garnering greater benefits for Guyana through fiscal and contractual terms. An ongoing audit of expenses incurred by Exxon and its partners in Guyana between 1999 and 2017 has found that before Hess Corporation and Sinnock Petroleum Guyana Limited signed on as partners with ExxonMobil to the 2016 production sharing agreement for the Starbuck block, they racked up US $31.4 million in certain expenses which they claim Guyana must pay. The auditors said Guyana was billed for this, but they could not find the details for this in the general ledger. The audit report is taking longer than expected, causing concern among observers. And finally, ExxonMobil announced that the Prosperity floating production, storage and offloading vessel has arrived offshore Guyana, with preparatory works underway for a year-end production startup. The vessel has an initial production capacity of around 220,000 barrels of oil per day and an overall storage volume of 2 million barrels. The Payara project area has an estimated 600 million oil equivalent barrels of crude, and production from the Prosperity vessel that is expected to push daily production to some 600,000 barrels per day by 2024.
Administrative Professionals Week is coming up, and there's no better way to show your appreciation than with flowers from Shanice's Flowerland. We have a wide selection of beautiful flowers to choose from, including roses, sunflowers, and stunning desk arrangements, starting as low as $6,000. Our gifts are sure to brighten up any workplace and put a smile on anyone's face. With convenient payment options like PayPal, MMG, and Cash App, ordering from us is quick and easy. It's as simple as contacting us on Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp at 645-1189. Come visit us at Shanice's Flowerland at the Movietown Mall and let us help you say thank you in the most beautiful way.
Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home or business with Sheriff Security. Sheriff Security has well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. They speed even our drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News, Viewers Poll Question of the Day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you fear it leads to us. Last night I asked, how can the government encourage Guyanese to not migrate?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
Barefoot Wanderer says, provide subsidized training programs for the job sectors that are being developed within the nation. Create training programs for customer service to various skilled trades. Also empower and encourage women to learn a skilled trade. The money's not in an office job, it's in the skilled trade. Also offer apprenticeship program and job placement assistance. Lash says, house lot building support and business expansion grants so that we could have more jobs for young professionals. Additionally, the government's got to do more to promote Guyana in the eyes of us locals. Too much of us want to leave this great place to rent a basement. The same resources that are used to attract foreigners can easily be pivoted to foster a sense of domestic belonging. I may be in the minority, but I always find it distasteful, the haste and lengths with which Guyanese go to leave Guyana, almost like someone is chasing them. Yeah, they're being chased away by the fear of poverty, just saying. But wonderful answer nevertheless, I agree with you 100%. Suresh Prasad says the government should drop VAT and tax on food and remove the high duty on vehicles, then people will stay. And finally, LZ Hall says, give speedy and positive or direct responses to applicants who may want to establish real businesses here, be it remigrants or migrants. Allow a person's dreams to be realized and not shifted elsewhere. Indeed. Now for tonight's question. How do you feel about the plans to make the East Bank and the East Coast into one big city? Is it a good idea, or does it just sound like it's going to add to the confunction nonsense that's currently going on? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Nico Bulford saying good night, folks.